Shir sponsor Lui Nishba Saram B'Yaakov Shalom Leah Basitzchok. We're holding in Bava Kamo Daf Mem Gimel. We got to Mem Gimel Udalef in the 2 dots, which is about 8 lines from the top. Actually, I think it's 10 lines from the top. Says the Gemara, Omar Shimon ben Lakish, Shor Shehimis Esa Eved Shaloi B'Chavono, Patum Mishloishim Shkolim. So we know that when you have an ox who gores a Evet, you have to pay 30 Shkolim. That's the Tashlum. If you kill the Evet not on purpose, so then you don't pay Shloishim Shkolim. How do we know that? Shene'emar Kesef Shloishim Shkolim Yiten La'adoinov Ve'ashor Yisokel. The shore needs to get stoned. Kol zman she'ashor b'skilo habayim l'mishalim shloshim shkolim, and ashor b'skilo ain't habayim l'mishalim shloshim shkolim. In other words, because the Gemara understands that a shore who kills an adam sheloi b'chavono is not going to be killed, not going to be stoned. So if he's not going to be stoned, he's not going to be chayav shloshim shkolim. Because shloshim shkolim is taliyot depends on being stoned. He's not going to be stoned over there, so he doesn't get shloshim shkolim. So the Gemara says, so Rashi points out, I should mention this, Rashi points out that Rabbi Lozer said in Leil 2 blot ago, he argues, because he holds the fact that Torah needs to tell you shloi b'chavono, mashma that we're going to speak about koifer. I'm magdin mucha. I spoke about shloshim shkolim, but the Gemara earlier understood at a different mahalach. Even though you don't have kavana, you still have to pay. So we're saying over here you don't have to pay if the shore is not being killed. Omar Abba, the Gemara now, that's what I was saying too early, because we spoke about shloshim shkolim, and the Gemara didn't compare the shloshim shkolim, which is a knas, to koifer. Koifer is what you pay for a person for a ben chayri, right? If a shore goes, and here's the sugya where these 2 things are connected together. When the ox goes and gores and kills a human being, if it's a eved, you pay shloshim shkolim. If it's a ben chayri, you pay a koifer. This is what Tasha call a koifer. So Omer Abba, Shoshim is ben chayri, shlo b'chavana, that's ben chayri. If it's not on purpose, potum koifer. Shene'emar shor yisokel v'gam bo'ol of yumos. The shor will be niskol and the owner will be dead. In koifer you shesol, right? And then it says koifer. So kozmancha shor b'skilo, when the shore is being killed by the mishalim koifer, then there's koifer. And a shor b'skilo and by the mishalim koifer. And that's what Rashi pointed out. That Reb Lozer earlier wanted to say that by a mood you do pay koifer in this case. So here the Gemara says all these payments of death, either shlosh shkoli by evet or koifer by ben chayrim, you don't pay if the shore is not killed. So when you see the Abaye, he means shoyri is ploini or shoyri shel ploini. So a person goes and admits a basin. Goes to basin, says, Rabbi say, I admit that my shore killed a person or killed another ox. I raise him shalom piyatzui. He pays on his own. My love, koifer. You pay koifer, even though you're not going to kill the shore, right? As Rashi says, if look at the Ramat my love koifer, says Rashi, Alvagav deina shore biskill. You don't kill the shore. Shari oy davam kivitas baidim kachmitas ashor. The person says he admits that he kills, you don't kill him. It's not considered behedus. Toises earlier said is because Adam is negia bedover, considered to be curved salamoiner. So a person is not named to kill the shore. You don't kill the shore. But it says you have to pay. You have to pay koifer even though you don't kill the shore. It says loy dom. We're not talking about koifer, we're talking about domi. Domi means a regular valuation, not a koifer. Right? Toys goes on to say, what's the difference between koifer and domi? So we learned earlier, remember, we learned machlekes. Is koifer to be mazdik or to be nizak? Is koifer you pay the value of the damager or the value of the one who's damaged? Right? That's the question. So basically, if you tell me that koifer is being mazik, right? Very clear what's koifer, what's domi. Domi is you pay the damage, and koifer you pay the one who were hit. It's 2 different things. But if you hold the koifer is being nizak, so what's the difference between koifer and domi? That's what they're asking over here. So Tais brings a few answers. Either that, if you look at what Chemai love koifer, so Tais says, "Could shemes mazik?" If the mazik died, in kapar lacher misa. Koifer is a kapar. So it's if the mazik died, there's no koifer. And then he says another enough kamina is that domim you could be moichel. Koifer can be moichel. Koifer is a kapara. I can't. The one who got hurt can't say no. You don't have to pay me because it's nothing to do with you. It's me and Hakadosh Baruch Hu. So that's another reason. So and Rashi says maybe maybe chatz koifer. The point is there is differences. The Gemara says domim. What is domim? Domim is like nezek. The same way if a person goes and if an ox goes and gores a adam and damages his hand, there's money to pay. So if the ox goes and damages and kills somebody, there's nothing to pay, just regular valuation. That you do pay. Says the Gemara, Idomim, talk about money. Ema Seif will go to the next part of the Brisa. He means Shoyris Avdu Shaploni. If a person admits that his shor killed a slave, Einu Mishalim Al Piat doesn't pay on his own. He domim, if he's paying domim, emai loy, why not? You can't pay shloshim shkolim, which means you can't pay knas, so don't pay knas, so pay domim. Why not pay domim? Omar lay, so he answered him. Yechilno l'shinui lo, could have answered you. Reisha domim seve knas. Yeah, you're right. The beginning of the Brisa talking about abin choyrin, we're talking about domim, talking about money. And the end of the Brisa is talking about knas. So we want to say that by koifer, meaning by killing an adam, you don't pay koifer, but you do pay domim. By eved, you pay domim, but we talk about the knas. We're talking about two different subjects. I don't give you a shvach answer. So the one says, so what? You talk about domim. I've talked about domim, so why don't you pay by eved? If you pay by eved, answers the Gemara that in Gemara Beis, Miu, Ben Choyrin, the Mishalim Koifer, Al Piatzmoy, by a Ben Choyrin that you do pay Koifer on your own. There is a case that you pay Koifer on your own. What will be the case you pay Koifer on your own? Not when he says that he's short killed, because now we just learned you don't pay. Vechidami. They also said the kotel. Come Adim and say, this ox gored. But we don't know if it's Tam Mud. We just know he gored. And the other says it's Mud. Right? So there is a scenario you pay Koivel Piatzoi. Koivel is not a knas. Koivel is actual dummy. But a person cannot be mechayiv himself to kill the shor. But if the Adim came and said this shor gored, so you kill the shor. I don't give it Tam Mud. The other comment says, oh, by the way, you have to happen to be Mud. And then you do trust him to pay koifer because it's not a knas. He can be moed that it's a mud. So it's only enough for you to pay the money. So you could pay on your own. So if so, hey, if there's no edim, mishal domi. So he pays the money if there's no edim. Kabi evet shein mishal kras piatzon. By evet you never pay on your own. If Kevin said that the shore killed. He does not show but Mud, we're going to pay Shlishim Shkolim. And the other comment says he's Mud, Loy Mishtai Kras of Piat, so he doesn't pay on his own. Because you can't Kras never pay on your own. That's a cloud. Hechad like Eidim, Loy Mishal and Domi, so you don't pay Domi either. So the Gemara says a very, very strange formula. As the Chorin pointed out, it doesn't really make so much sense, this formula. But here's the formula. If by Koifer, that you do not pay, that you have a scenario you pay on your own. Let's say you know the shor already killed, you just don't know what it is. So if it's not a kras, he can be moed and michayev. So then you pay domim. What's domim? Domim is the nezek. The person went and killed the shor went and killed the adam. You pay his valuation. But eved that you never pay on your own, you don't pay domim. Even if you don't, you never get paid domim. So all the Chachamim ask, what's the shaykhis? What is domim? Domim means not kras. Domim means you gored eved the same way if the shor went and gored a chair. You have to pay for the chair. So you gored eved, pay for the eved. You can't pay the kras, pay the moment. Why if moed the kras? What's the shaykhis? That's what the Chachamim are very busy with. One answer, beautiful answer, the Sameach says. He says a big chiddush. He says moed beknas. The idea that moed beknas, but why is moed beknas potter? We know that's what we're talking about. The Eved, the shor gored the Eved, and he's moed that he's a moed. He's potter. Why moed beknas potter? So there is the reason moed beknas potter. So we would understand. The shot is that the Torah gave a gzeras hakosov that the way knas comes through not on your own. Came on your own. so you're not chayav. He says more than that. Moide beknas hoida'a is like pain. By a knas, when you admit, it's like pain. Knas not money. Knas not money. So the Torah says you have two ways how to pay. Either come to him and say you're chayav and you pay it, or you admit it and that's your payment. Your actual admission is the payment. If so that's the one says over here. If when you admit you still have to pay, and you could admit, that means it's not a moed b'kras, so then there's dummy over here, there's some payment you can do. But if by admitting your potter, that means that your admission is a way of paying. So I don't have to pay more dummy. There's no such thing. If a person comes on his own, he'll never pay dummy. Because it's moed b'kras, that's his payment. Okay. So the Gemara says that's the formula. If you pay on your own, you pay dummy. If you don't pay on your own, don't pay dummy. So the one Macy with the third wide line. Macy Rishul by Yitzchok. Rishul brings a question. Kol shechai b'menchoyim chai be'evet. Whenever you chai by a b'menchoyim, chai be'evet. Bein b'koifer, bein b'miso. Doesn't matter if it's koifer or miso. So what koifer be'evet miyiko? What do you mean? What do you mean koifer be'evet? What do you mean you chai be'evet? Evet is no koifer. Koifer is only for b'menchoyim. Elalav domi. And we're talking about domi. About domi, meaning look at Loshu Rashi. Whenever you chai b'menchoyim koifer, you chai be'evet domi. Right? So why it says by why you just differentiate between a hevet and a b'menchoyim regarding admitting? So when you got dam, some say who moisel who in some say that he's the one who asked the question, he's also the one who answered. He could dam, some say Amalei Rab is the one who answered. How like that? Whenever you have edim, it was b'kavono. You pay koifer. Chai be'evet kras. Then the evet is chai kras because b'kavana. In other words, when you kill the shor, you have to pay for your evet. Anytime that you are chai of domim, which means if you don't kill the shor, chai be'evet b'kavana b'edim domim. So you also chai b'edim domim. Now you own. If he had the minute on his own, there's no payment, like we said before. But if you have edim, but the edim just said it wasn't b'kavana, so then you pay domim. So what is Gemara saying? The rule is like this. Anytime a person pays on his own, he doesn't pay dummy. If he's paying by 18, so it depends. Is the shor killed? Then you pay koifer, then you pay shlosh shevet. If the shor is not killed, so then you pay only dummy. It's okay. If we understand that whatever you don't pay, whatever you pay, whenever you don't get the miso, you still have to pay domim, you have to pay the valuation, so it should work by age too. When a person lights a fire, and the fire goes and burns and kills somebody, you should pay domim. Says the Gemara, yeah, who said that? Who said if a fire burned a person and you don't have to die, you pay domim? Maybe you'll bring me a ride from the Mishnah we saw earlier. You have person light a fire, and the fire is burning a godish, a pile of wheat. And next to the godish, there is an animal tied up. And the evet savuchin is an evet which is next to it, not tied up. He's chayav on the gdi because the gdi could run away. And he's potter in the evet because the evet should have run away. But if evet kavul, if the evet is tied up, the gdi savuchin, the gdi is next to it. He's potter. Why is he potter? Kim le because he killed the evet. So you see, you don't pay. So the Gemara says, the one that stands, he doesn't pay on the evet because you don't pay for on fire. So well, no, that's different over there. We're talking about that he burned the evet himself. He went directly to the evet's heart and burned it. So he's killed the evet, he's supposed to get miso, that's he doesn't pay. But if you don't have miso, you don't pay. Maybe we have a different mind. The Tanyo, Eish is more chomer than a pit. Sha'eish muedes lechol ben dover roilo, ben dover shen roilo. The eish is chayav also something which is not appropriate for the fire. We said lichaniri, we said before, burning the plowed field. Masheik bebor is chayav only something which is roilo, not odom, not killing. Filu eish b'shem shel b'chavano domi masheik bebor. Look down, and what about the fact that by a bor you always potter an odom because it says shor v'lo odom. You never chayav an odom. But by Eish, you're chayav domim if you don't kill, if you don't kill bis. So what? Tilba Tana Vishir. Oh, that's not a raya. Maybe you're right. There is, by fire you do have to pay. And why doesn't it say that's between fire and bar? Because we didn't mention all the nafkaminas. So who said the Rav that's not true? Well, you're right. Rav himself wasn't so sure about this part. He asked the question. And here's the question. Meaning, when a person puts a fire, and the fire goes and burns somebody, and you don't consider this to be killing. So the Gemara will see in a moment holds Isha b'shum mamoina. Not that he killed him. He was not considered to be that he killed him directly. It's like his mom. Does he pay money for the guy that died? Or you don't pay. By a shor, when he kills purposely, you pay koifer. As we said in this sugya. But we do purposely, there's no koifer. Maybe you don't pay any money for the person who died. Or deal more, maybe. Came in the Gabi Shor, maybe a shor, which is Abachavona. Even though there's no koifer, you still pay money. In other words, there's no chavona, then you don't have koifer doming. You should not be. I've got the b'chavona, let me shal koifer. Even though with b'chavona you don't pay koifer, shalai b'chavona, if it's not b'chavona, me am shal doming. Maybe you do pay doming. And the Gemara says v'lo yadinan, or you take out the words or didn't take. What does this take? In other words, what we learned in our sugya that there is such a thing that koifer is paid only when the shor did it purposely. You kill the shor. Shalai you only pay when the shor did it purposely, you kill the shor. If you don't kill the shor, then what happens? So here there's a difference. Koifer, you pay doming, you pay his valuation. I mean, a person, if his shor killed somebody, you pay his valuation. By Eved, you don't pay. What about Eish? Or stays with the question. When an Eish kills somebody, and you don't have Misa, it's a issue shor moinoi, do you pay for the valuation of the person, yes or no? Yeah. So now the one goes on and says, Kioser of Dimi Omar B'Yochan. Right? Dimi B'Yochan said the following. Koifer, it says the word koifer in the Torah. Matam Uloyim im koifer Yeshua Salah with the extra im. Le Rabbeis koifer shaloi b'chavona ke koifer b'chavona. I'm going to tell you that he argues. You do pay koifer, even if it was not purposely, even if you don't kill the shor. The first one, though, a previous daf, we had a previous I'm saying we had Rav Shimon Lakish, and he said, Shlokish said that shor shlo b'chavona, you don't pay koifer. But Rav Yochanan, it says you pay even shlo b'chavona because it's im koifer. I'm going to Abaye. Ela be'ato eved nami. It's also by eved the same thing. Mato b'loyim im eved. It says by eved. Im eved yigach hashor. So you should say the same thing. Today, if the shor gored if the ox gored a slave, you should pay shloshim shavet. Maybe yeah, that's the truth. Did we learn that a shor who killed the eved shloim b'chavona, he is part of shloshim shkalim? Doesn't have to be shloshim shkalim. That's what Shlosh Shkalim. That's what Shlosh Lakish. That's what we said before. Amalei Gavra Gavra Karabis. What are you asking? Of course, Rabbi Yochanan argues with Rish Lakish. Rabbi Yochanan argues with Rish Lakish regarding koifer. Rabbi Yochanan said that by koifer, Rish Lakish said that's the previous avud that when a shor killed shalei b'chavana, you don't kill the shor, you do not pay koifer and you do not pay shlosh shevet. According to Rish Lakish, it says you don't pay koifer. Supposed to pay us to Shlosh Levet, and Rabbi Yochanan says, maybe yes. No, Rabbi Yochanan says you don't. Yeah, Rabbi Yochanan argues in both. He argues that you owe Shlosh Levet, you do pay. He also Rabbi came in. It said Rabbi Yochanan, Eved Mato Im Eved. What's the Im Eved? The Rabbi is Eved Shlosh Bechavona ke Eved Bechavona. Yeah, he does clearly that you do pay by Eved. Shlokish Tami Nemo, according to Shlokish, Midei Eved Im Eved Lo Dorish. Koifer nami lo darish. Maybe we'll say this is dash koifer. Meaning, what's one thing just to correct? In the previous Amud, Rishim and Loki spoke about Shlosh Levet. Who's the one who said that you put to be koifer? Not Rishim and Lokish. It was Rabba. So what do we have over here? We have, at this stage, like this. When a shar gores shaloi b'chavana, you don't kill him. Does he pay kofer? Rabbi Yochanan says yes. Rabbi says no. When a shar shaloi b'chavana kills a evet, do you pay shloshim or not? Rabbi Yochanan says yes. Rish Lakish says no. Now the more asks, Rish Lakish that says no, but shloshim evet, does he agree with your Rabbi regarding kofer? That you don't pay kofer. He says you don't pay shloshim evet shalom b'chavana. Right? Again, kofer shalom b'chavana. You don't kill the shor. Do you pay kofer or not? Rabbi Yochanan says yes. Rabbi says no. Shloshim shalavet shalom b'chavana. Do you pay or don't pay? Rabbi Yochanan says yes. Rish Lakish says no. What about kofer? Does Rish Lakish there also argue or not? That's what we're asking right now. Well, Rish Lakish nami name him the evet the evet loydorish. He doesn't ask him the evet to tell you that you pay shalom b'chavana. Kofer b'kofer nami loydorish. Maybe you'll say there's a darish of kofer like Rabbo. So are these two things correlated? Amri loy. We say no. He disagrees with Rabbi Yochanan regarding evet, but not regarding kofer. Why? What's the difference? Well, my shlo, something more. Look at the pasuk. Where does it say in kofer regarding payment? In kofer yushas olav and not to be yushas olav. When it says there comes the shard gores, what do? If you have a kofer, so you pay the kofer. So the kofer is mentioned regarding payment. So you're saying there, kofer it says you pay. If kofer says you pay, even if it's shalom b'chavana. But ever, we're not talking about the time when you pay. We didn't say evet. In evet yigeh chashar. It says we talk about the beginning of the story. If the evet is shar gored or almost, so then kesa shloim shkali. But the im evet is mentioned regarding the goring, not regarding the payment. So that's what Shibbolaki says. Whenever it says im by payment, it tells you shalom b'chavana you also pay. That's what by kofer you pay. But by evet, it says im, but not in the place of tashlubim. It says im in the place that it's not tashlubim, place of gori. So therefore, it says over there im evet. That's why it says. That's why Shlokish says lekabe evet shloi b'chavana you don't pay, but kofer you do pay. So it comes out. Let's go to the sugya. Is that we have over here three main shittas. Rabbi Yochanan holds that when a shor goes shloi b'chavana you don't kill it. It pays both kofer by evet choyim and shloisha by evet. Rabbi holds that when a shor goes shalom b'chavana you don't pay kofer, and l'chor you don't pay evet as well because it goes together. Actually, the Gemara said it was a ferish. Shor shalom b'chavana, the Gemara said a ferish. Rish Lakish holds depends. By a evet you pay, you don't pay shalom b'chavana. By a kofer b'chor you do pay shalom b'chavana. So three shittas that we learned in this daf. So Gomer, we'll stop over here. Be'ezer Hashem, we will continue on Shabbos from here. A Freilich Azois Chanukah and a good Shabbos. Kol Tov.